Hello, Robert Heffernan with EndoTech, and this is Blockchain Vitals. It's our daily show talking cryptocurrencies. Assets in the matrix, right? The cryptos are in the matrix. I'm a master endotechnician, and please follow us on Twitter. That is, the Twitter and the Telegram are two places where our best social contact. Twitter is at EndoTech_IO. And I am at HFR from the floor. I spent a considerable amount of time on the floor in Chicago, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I've traded most everything. Anyway, this show, we talk cryptos, we talk price action, we talk setups, we talk fractals. So important on what time frame you're looking at and the potentiality associated with that time frame. You know, yesterday I talked about this article, and it was 3 reasons why Bitcoin's going to fail miserably. And you know what I forgot to do was go to the chart. So let's do it today. We'll go to the chart here, and part of the argument was that Bitcoin hadn't taken out its trend line yet, and this is why I have such a hard time with trend lines, because people just keep drawing them and say, well, see, it hasn't taken that trend line out yet. Okay, now it hasn't taken that trend line out yet. Any trend line from the highs of 2017 has been taken out. And this is a weekly chart in Bitcoin at Bitfinex, at Bitstamp. And then, we had the descending trend line from the week of 19th of February 2018, where they make the high of 1170. And the 23rd of July, where they made the high of 89.96. And we took that one out. And so now they redraw it and take the high from that July and move it to the 30th, or they go to the 30th of April, 99.48 down to 89.90. It's arbitrary. That's what I'm telling you. It's arbitrary. And that's why I have such a hard time with trend lines. Now, sometimes trend channels form, and they're very physical, all right? And they actually started this article about how we're in this trend channel, and that's fine. But trend lines get broken, channels get broken, and for me, the setup on a momentum modeling is completely different this time up to the highs at 4,200 when we get there, and these trend lines, all right? So, I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in trend lines. I'm not a trend line guy. I guess you could say that about me. Anyway, let's do the rounds. Doing the rounds, my chance to talk about a headline or a tweet or something that I see in this space. And the one that caught my attention today was this one. BitTorrent Live will be launched, a video-based social media platform. Excuse me. In the second quarter, now BitTorrent was bought by Tron, the Tron Foundation. It will work and have some sort of crypto. You can pay for it with Tron, the DApp or the app that it's going to be on. It's still a little bit loose here as far as I'm concerned about exactly how it's going to be a better social media platform. Other than they're talking about privacy issues, things like that. But I need to see it flushed out a little bit more. We, of course, at EndoTech are going to support a video-based social media platform in the crypto space. I just hope, I don't know yet the details on this, but the one that has caught my eye, and I talked about this a week or so back, was the Beats coin and the VitaVid platform for sharing artistic content, and whether the BitTorrent Live will follow that same type of format where artists get protection from a copyright standpoint in the crypto sphere, if they get paid more equitably in the crypto sphere than they do get paid in the fiat world. Very, very interesting for me to see how that plays out here with BitTorrent Live. I fully hope that takes place, and I will be doing some more work with the Beats coin and see how that interaction and see how that all works. Because at the end of the day, I read another headline here, is that we got to make it easier. It's got to become dead brain simple for people to interact in the space, for them to see that it's a better model for them, for them to make money and have their copyright protected in a blockchain environment. It's got to be, the ease of entry has to be there, all right? It can't be incredibly difficult for somebody to do it. That's my thought anyway. Anyway, you know what? Let's take the vitals and talk price action. Taking the vitals, my chance every day to talk about the real price discovery, what's really going on in the market. And I will say it anytime anybody wants to listen, that the price is the most important thing. And the last price, by the way, is the most important thing. What have you done for me lately? What's last? On the trading floor, we used to walk in and say, hey, what's here? What's the bid and the offer? That's the market. That's where all the information that pertains to the actual value of something is right there in the bid offer, right? And so right now, I'm covering Zcash this week. I own Zcash 57.27 last. Again, struggling to find some strength here. And I really think there's a couple other coins that, I think I need to shift some of my holdings around. There's a couple explosive chart patterns going on in some of these other coins. And I really thought Zcash should be, one of those, but it really just hasn't. Listen, if you can't even trade into up momentum on the daily, how are you calling that an explosive price action? I still have hope for Zcash, but if it doesn't shake a leg soon here and start exploding like some of these other potentiality and some of these other coins, which I will talk about in the rest of the broadcast, so that's what I'm looking at Zcash. 57.98 is up more on the daily. Right now trading, where is it at? 57.25. Room out to 60.85 to the upmo collar on the daily. Room out to $60 for that third target on strength. And really needs to, shake a leg this week and get above 65.25. That's the monthly lower momentum level, or at least start approaching that level, because I think on that monthly chart, when we roll it here in a couple of days' time to the April chart, I think we're going to come out of monthly lower momentum in Zcash. That's what I'm seeing. I'm long it, so that's what I'm hoping for. All right, listen, I got to say goodbye to the YouTube crowd, because you need to be an EndoTech subscriber to consume all of the actionable trading content of this broadcast. So see you later, YouTube.